So for as long as I've been a photographer, I've had this dream. And this dream is to travel the world and to capture it. It's pretty much as simple as it gets. But the dream extends a bit beyond that. I've had these bucket list locations in my mind for years. Places that I wanted to go explore, but more importantly, places where I've wanted to go capture specific photos. I've seen these photos in social media feeds, in magazines, travel guides, wherever. These specific bucket shot photos. But for the longest time, I've wanted to own these photos. I've wanted them to be mine. And I've wanted to own the story behind the photos. So 3 years ago, in April 2023, I decided to make this dream a reality. So I did something kind of crazy and booked a trip to Japan for 7 days, starting today. And so going there for 7 days, I'm going to be taking these 7 bucket shots over the course of the week. And I'm just going to see what happens. To be honest, I really don't know what to expect. I don't really have a plan or, a way of approach. I just have a trip, a couple of places to stay, some flights, a camera, some gear, and that's it. Yeah. See you in Japan, I guess. So that was my plan. Not a lot of a plan at all. I was just going to go and just do it. And I think that was probably for me a really big moment, because for a lot of the years before that, having, a big few years with COVID before that, I was full-time video editor, grinding it out 24/7. And I hadn't really made an impromptu, crazy decision like that before. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go overseas and actually fulfill this dream. Welcome to episode 1 of The Bucket Shots. Now, this was the first time I'd really travelled by myself, and I was really nervous. I was also really excited, but I was genuinely really nervous. But something that always gives me like a weird peace for some reason is airports. I don't know why. I just really love that moment before you go. I love being surrounded and being in that like airport space, all the busyness and all the, I just love that. Gate just opened. It's time to go on this flight. As the plane started to get closer and closer to Japan, my nerves grew stronger and stronger. I started to feel really anxious. Part of me honestly started to think, was this really a good idea? Like, why are you actually doing this? Is this actually going to be a good time?
Passengers, this flight will be arriving at gate number 109 of Terminal 3.
And landing and getting out of the plane and going through immigrations in the airport, I actually just started to feel sick. I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. And it was really at this point where I had a choice. Was I going to let this nerves and these anxiety take over? I fumbled my way through the transport, through the streets, found my hotel room, and I still just had this like shaking nervousness. And I just said, you know what, I just got to get out. I just have to go, keep moving, because if I stop, I might actually freak out. So out I went, into the city. And as I entered the city, the anxiety and the nerves were still there, but I had this realization that all of a sudden, I was surrounded by a completely new landscape. In every single direction, there was something new. None of it was the same. None of it was familiar. And I had this like insane like feeling swell up within me. These feelings that I was like, every direction I turn, there is a chance to make something new. I have not written any of these stories yet. And suddenly all those nerves just slowly started to disappear. And I was fully in. I was like, wow, this place is sick. Well, after a crazy line in immigration and then getting lost on the train and trying to find, my bearings, trying to find where my accommodation was, I'm finally here in Tokyo, and it is so good to be here. This is day one of this 7-day trip, and I'm just so pumped to be here and just be exploring, really. It's just awesome. But today is day one, and that means that I need to get one bucket shot. And the shot that is on my list today is Shibuya Crossing. I don't know if you know what that looks like. It looks something like this. Anyway, I'm gonna go find the crossing. Well, I know where it is. I'm gonna get a train to the crossing. I'm gonna scope it out early, and then we're gonna head there later tonight. It's gonna be a nighttime shot. And that will be day one's photo. Yeah, bring you guys along for the ride. It was evident to me that day one's bucket shot had to be of Shibuya Crossing, a place in the middle of it all, a place that was filled with all these feelings that I had felt: nervousness, excitement, confusion, happiness, joy. I knew that this had to be the place for bucket shot number one. Well. It has been an absolutely insane day one in the city here. I have loved every single moment of just being in this city and exploring and walking down one way and then finding or just getting distracted by a completely new different thing. I've been getting distracted all day, and it has been so good. Day one has been long, tiresome. I am definitely going to bed early tonight, but I have one more thing to do, and that is the bucket shot for today. Now, Shibuya Crossing, that is our location. I have scoped it out earlier today, taken a few test shots. I'm pretty happy with them, but I have a feeling that it could be even better at night. So we're going to head there right now. Sun is just setting, and we're going to see what we can get of Shibuya. I'm probably butchering the whole name. Shibuya Crossing at night. Let's see what we can do. Shibuya Crossing was a place that was even more beautiful at night. Something about the lights in the city and the night air and just the craziness continuing into those dusk hours that was just so beautiful. So I kind of found a nice little moment where everyone was crossing, snapped up a photo, and nailed bucket shot number one. I was stoked. Japan is a wonderful place, and I'm so glad that I'm finally getting to tell the story of these bucket shots, because each image truly does have a pretty cool story behind it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.